Okay, I hope that made sense. If not, I'll just cut it out. Hello, my wonderful, amazing sewing friends. My name is Cassidy. What's up? I have a sewing channel. This is it. It's on YouTube. Cool. Anyway, today's video is going to be about proper eyelet application, all the way from preparation from the pattern to supplies you'll need for interfacing, all the way to proper technique for setting the eyelets. This is a follow-up to the second episode in my Fixing Sewing Mistakes series, which is about what to do when your eyelets and your grommets fall out. Let's quickly talk about the interfacing I'll be using for this particular fabric because we are working with a very thin French terry. I'm not going to be going with the one that I have in my hand right now. I'm actually going to be going with the one on the right, the 911 FF, because it sticks very well to lightweight fabrics. Now, if you have a heavy loopy French terry, a cotton fleece or something like that, you're going to want to go with the 931 or the 950. But for today's purposes, we will be using the 911 FF fusible featherweight interfacing. Do please note that none of these interfacings are woven. If you have a woven interfacing, you need to worry about grain. These are all specifically made for activewear and knits. So just make sure that you don't make that mistake and you will be a happy sewer. All right, let's get right into it. I have marked the two openings we're going to use for the eyelets from my pattern piece using some straight pins. And you can see here I have already applied my interfacing, but I'm going to go ahead and mark them with a fabric pin as well, right where I want the openings for the eyelets to go with an X. Following the instructions for your interfacing, go ahead and set it and apply it permanently so that it doesn't go anywhere. See, I'm using the steam from my iron and letting it totally dry before I move it. So here are the eyelets I'm going to be using. They're quite small. So you want to take that into consideration when you are cutting the holes for the eyelets, because you can always make the hole bigger, but you can't always make it smaller. So there is a hole technique to this. You want to pinch the fabric like that between your two fingers horizontally and then cut down just right on the fabric to get a small slit. Sharp scissors help. These are not super sharp, but go ahead and make a cut going that way, and then you're going to want to pinch the opposite way and cut in the same manner so that you're forming a cross. That's a good one. You should end up with something like that. Indeed. That's a good size, and you always want to check and just make sure that your eyelet's going to fit in there. But as I've said, less is more in terms of the size of the hole. Now just rinse and repeat on the other side, pinching and snipping in a cross shape. Again, check to see how they fit, and then fray check your openings. This is important just because it adds that extra little bit of structure that we're looking for so that these do not fall out. So next is going to be fabric adhesive. This is totally optional, but if you do it, make sure that you don't just squirt it right out of the bottle because it will go everywhere. Use some sort of applicator like I'm doing here, a Q-tip, whatever have you, and just glue in that protruding part of the eyelet that's behind the flat part, if that makes any sense at all. So go ahead and just glue it in like that. A little of the glue goes a long way, and then repeat on the second side. I usually like to let this sit for about, well, really as long as I can be patient. It does dry pretty quickly. So this is, again, is just an extra step to ensure that these eyelets do not fall out. It is not necessary. So that looks pretty good. Clean it up a little bit. And as I said, let them sit. All right, here comes the fun part, the setting pliers. I am so sorry, but I do not remember where I got these. This flat part right here is actually where your eyelet's going to sit. And then the other part is going to actually be what folds the eyelet down on itself. That little convex part right there. So you put them together and the eyelet folds over itself. So go ahead and grab that flat part in the bottom, put your eyelet in the center like so, and then use firm, even pressure. Do not freak out and break it, okay? Don't do that. Nobody likes that. And then just set it. It's fairly easy. You're going to want to, again, rinse and repeat on the other side using the same firm pressure and not freaking out. So here we go. That's perfection. That's exactly what we're going for. The fray check will dry and you'll be all good. All right, my sewing friends, that is all I have for you for today. Do keep in mind that my series on eyelets and grommets is going to be multiple parts. So I will be making a playlist as soon as I get them all uploaded. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. God bless you all, and I will see y'all in my next one.